guys, it's Emma and I'm back today for you with another video. And today this is a completely new angle, I get it. But today I'm really excited for this, okay. In my last couple of videos, I want to say it was, maybe it was my last one, I don't remember quite. But I said that I was doing a Warrior Cats reread, and I wanted to do my first tier ranking video. I wanted to try tier ranking Warrior Cats characters, okay? I think I'm up to Twilight in the series, in my rereads. We are just going to basically just rank them all. I'll go through all the tiers, and let me know down below whether or not you guys agree with my tier rankings, whether or not you think I should add more characters, because honestly, these are just like a handful of the ones that I got. And before we actually start, I want to give credit to Rose Shards, or Chloe. She is the creator whose art I have been given permission to use. So I will leave the links to her YouTube channel down in the description, along with her Tumblr down in the description, where you can see all the art. Another thing that I would like to point out just before we get started is that this is gonna be ripe with spoilers for Warriors Into the Wild all the way up to Warriors The Last Hope, I want to say. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So we have 8 tiers here. The first one is Godlike, and these are for like my ultimate favorites. These characters could do no wrong. I support women's rights, but I also support women's wrongs. These characters I will fight tooth and nail for, probably literally. Then we have Elites, which is just like a step down, where it's like, we understand that you probably did something horrific, but I still love you for it. Dear to My Heart is just like, dear to my heart. Like, I can't bear to not keep you in my heart, you know? And then Deserved So Much More, I feel like that's very self-explanatory. There's a lot of horrible stuff that happens in this universe. And there's a lot of cats that just don't deserve it, like whatsoever. And then the next tier that we have is Redemption Arcs, and I made this specifically for 2 characters, more specifically for one, and then I saw another one and I was like, a tier in and all of itself, right? Then we have or just forgettable. This is just literally for the cats that I completely just like forgot about, or are, I feel like, forgettable. Then we have the the next tier is just the like, I'm watching you tier. Like, I'm waiting for you to screw up. So then, once you do, I can put you in the last tier, which is choke. You can choke. You can swallow your tongue for all I care, okay? These are all my opinions. I do not mean to offend anybody if I happen to put your favorite character in the choke box or in anything less than godlike. Like I said, these are just my opinions. Everybody's opinions are subjective, and these are completely fictional characters, guys, okay? It is nothing to get that excited over, okay? So, the first character that we have is Brackenfur. Brackenfur immediately is going into godlike, okay? I have such a soft spot for Brackenfur, especially after like going through everything that Graystripe went through, because Brackenfur was Graystripe's apprentice. So when Graystripe was going over, you know, like that whole Silverstream thing and not really paying attention to the clan, Brackenfur really didn't have a mentor, basically. And then the whole thing with Snowkit, moment of silence. Brackenfur offered to mentor Snowkit when nobody else would. He was like, I know that nobody else is going to want to, but I genuinely want to, because this kid is not going to make it without somebody who is willing to put in the work, put in the time, put in the hours, as Dwayne The Rock Johnson said. Okay, so Brackenfur is going in godlike. Then we have Brightheart. And Brightheart is going into dear to my heart. Okay, Homegirl did not deserve the Lost Face alias, okay? Blue Star definitely lost brownie points with me for that, okay? And yes, I know she's dealing with dementia, but damn. Okay? Brightheart, she is just an absolute gem, okay? She literally lost half of her face, including her eye, and she was able to fight with one eye, which is incredibly hard, especially with the time spans that she had. A woman. Then we have Brindleface, and automatically Homegirl is going in to deserve so much better. She was murdered and used as bait in order to murder everybody else with dogs. Poor girl. She was also like one of the people that gave Firestar one of his 9 lives. So yes, she deserved so much better. It's not even funny. Then we have Broken Star. Broken Star can choke. All right, he led a genocide. All right, or at least he tried to lead a genocide. Enlisted child soldiers. Okay. And not to mention, he forced an exodus of an entire clan. Damn, Broken Star really took some notes from Fidel Castro, okay? Next we have Cinderpelt, and Cinderpelt deserved so much more, okay? Even StarClan was like, damn, our bad girl, like, like even like when she died, StarClan was like, you deserve a rerun, okay? Consider that the demo. You're getting reincarnated, Honeycomb, because wow, that was rough. that was really rough. Really does deserve so much more. And she was an amazing ass medicine cat, given the circumstances that she was forced to take the medicine cat apprenticeship in. Beautiful. What a woman. Next, we have Cloudtail. And I feel like not a lot of people like Cloudtail. And I can understand that. But at the same time, I don't. Okay? I personally love Cloudtail. And I'm trying to decide. Nope, decision made. Cloudtail's going in elite. I'm out about it, okay? Cloudtail is elite. Yes, he is annoying as hell when he's younger. He is so annoying and he is just so insufferable, but I love the character growth for him. He has such amazing character growth, okay? And the fact that he doesn't really believe in StarClan, that I feel like is a new, like, addition in the Warrior Cats series as a whole, or at least it was back when it was like, back when the books were coming out every now and then. But yeah, Cloudtail is elite. He helped Brightheart train, be able to fight with one eye. He fell in love with her. The puddle scene lives in my mind rent-free, okay? And then not to mention, Cloudtail was like, I'm gonna avenge Brindleface, aka my adopted mother. I'm gonna avenge the hell out of her. And you know what? We endorse. What can I say? All right. Next, we have Crowfeather. And I remember on one of my other Warrior Cats videos, there was a comment that said Crowfeather was one of their favorite characters. So sorry to that person. I do apologize, but Crowfeather is going in the I'm watching you category, okay? Crowfeather, I'm sure Crowfeather redeems himself later on, but as of right now, Crowfeather is just... I view Crowfeather how everybody else views Cloudtail. Okay, Crowfeather is just insufferable to me. I get it. The 2 times that you fell in love, they were both with cats of different clans. One of them died and the other gave up you for her career. I understand. Okay? big rough, dude. But I didn't forget the way you treated Nightcloud, okay? And I don't like Nightcloud, but I still didn't forget. So, next we have Deadfoot. And this may be just like a random character, but I love Deadfoot. And so Deadfoot is going dear to my heart, like going into dear to my heart. He is Crowfeather's dad, I believe, and he was the one that was like, yeah, Crowfeather, my son, he's going on that journey, whether y'all like it or not. And you know what? A power move. We love that for him, okay? Deadfoot, I don't know. I think I'm just going off of the fact that I love WindClan, and I sympathize with WindClan so much. WindClan was the punching bag for all of the other clans throughout this entire series, okay? Dustpelt is going in redemption arcs. Dustpelt, he and the other character that I made this specific tier for had one of the most amazing redemption arcs I've ever seen, all right? He was with Darkstripe and Longtail and Tiger Claw when, they were like, looking down their nose at Fireheart and whatever when Fireheart first came in, and then every single time that Fireheart had proved himself, 9 times out of 10, it was because Dustpelt or one of his comrades were just starting shit, right? And I don't know, when Darkstripe is, after Tiger Claw is ousted, after Tiger Claw has been ousted as the guy who brought the dogs, and then after Darkstripe is ousted as still going with Tiger Claw, Dustpelt is like, maybe Fireheart ain't so bad after all. Next, we have Graystripe, and Graystripe automatically is going in godlike. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Graystripe can do no wrong in my eyes, all right? That character went through so much to have it all like be kind of swept under the rug almost in favor of Fireheart's plotline. I love Graystripe so much. I have his Super Edition to read, I have Tall Stars Edition to read, and then I have Crowfeathers Edition to read. And they're all probably going to be separate vlogs because Lord knows those are going to be important to my character development, possibly to my villain era. You never know. Next, we have Hawkfrost, and Hawkfrost can choke. Mr. Tiger Claw's our dad. So let's murder people. Okay. 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 Next we have Purdy, and Purdy is going to be our first entry into the or forgettable category. I'm sorry, I low-key forgot that Purdy was a part of the series. I really don't have anything else left to say on that part. Ashfur. Ashfur can also choke. Ashfur, I don't care. I don't think that Ashfur should have gone to StarClan, but maybe that's me. And if it is, sue me. But Ashfur, he is, you know that thing where it's like, boys always come with these crazy ex-girlfriend stories, but you rarely ever hear of any girl with crazy ex-boyfriend stories, and that's because most of the times the crazy ex-boyfriends have killed the girlfriend. Yeah, Ashfur, he is one of those crazy ex-boyfriends, okay? Because not only did he endanger Squirrelflight's life because he was jealous, but he also endangered the 3 lives of her children because he was jealous. Granted, Squirrelflight did play with his emotions. However, playing with your emotions, trying to push all 4 of them into a fire. Very different levels here. Okay? Running Wind deserves so much better. I love Running Wind. I forgot how much dialogue Running Wind had, just in general. And I just love Running Wind, and I felt horrible that he was literally just left on the side of the road, basically, after they killed him. I felt awful for Running Wind. Next, we have Leaf Star. And this is the one where it's going to hurt me a little bit. I am going to put Leaf Star in or forgettable. Now, I have not read Firestar's Quest. I have read SkyClan's Destiny, and based off of that, Leaf Star, through no fault of her own, her character was butchered. Okay, the first female leader that we've gotten a point of view from, and she was a doormat. None of her clanmates respected her. She was treated like an absolute doormat, and though that's through no fault of her own, it is what it is. The paper says what the paper says, so she's going in or forgettable, and it's a shame. It is a shame. Then we have Leopard Star, and people may not agree with me on this, but I am genuinely debating putting her in between Choke and I'm Watching You. I'm going to put her in I'm Watching You. One, I have not forgotten what you did to Stonefur and Mistyfoot and Featherpaw and Stormpaw. I haven't forgotten that bitch. The reason why I'm not putting her in Choke is because she is a good leader. We're watching you. We're watching you. Next, we have Longtail, and Longtail goes right into the redemption arc. And honestly, Longtail goes to the front of redemption arc because Longtail is the one that I made this tier for. Okay, Longtail, if we remember in the very first book, Into the Wild, Longtail was the one who tackled Firestar and was like, "You're a kitty pet. You're a lousy little kitty pet. You will be nothing." And lo and behold, it ended up that Firepaw became Firestar, survived till the end of the last hope, I want to say. And Longtail was the one that ended up blind. His character development, his character growth, his character arc is one of the best in the entire series. The growth that he went through from completely hating Firepaw to coming around and turning his back on his friends that were horrible, and being like, "This, I'm showing you what they're doing in order for you to forgive me for everything that I've done." And then he was like, "I'll spend the rest of my life, if I have to, trying to make you, like trying to show you that I can change." And I was like, you know what? We love Longtail, all right? We love Longtail in this house. Next, we have Mudclaw. Mudclaw can choke. I understand that he was deputy. And I understand that Tallstar was like, at the very last second, you're not deputy anymore, One Whisker is. I may be biased because I like One Whisker and I like Tallstar. And if that's the case, I don't care. Okay? I don't like Mudclaw. He was a douchebag. And then he tried to stage a coup. And StarClan was like, the douchebaggery has reached its full extent. All right? And boom, crushed him with a tree. That was a sign. All right? Then we have Mousefur. Mousefur is one of the few characters that has lasted throughout the entire series. And by entire series, I'm talking about from Into the Wild to Last Hope, which is like somewhere in like the 4th story arc or something like that. I don't know. But Mousefur lived a long time. And at the battle with StarClan, the clans against the Dark Forest, she was like being approached by a Dark Forest cat, and they were like, oh, you know, like talking about how they were gonna kill an elder because it was easy. And Mousefur, she went out fighting. And you know what? It's nothing less from what I expect of Mousefur. Mousefur is going into elites. She's not a character that I feel like a lot of people remember, but I remember her. Her memory lives within me, okay? Nightstar. Nightstar, another not really very well-remembered character. He became the leader after they drove Broken Star out. He was an elder, okay? So he was kind of leading on the last inches of his life here, and just, I don't know, Nightstar didn't do an amazing job, but I felt horrible for the dude. I can't remember whether or not it was Nightstar that was like, we want Yellowfang, we want to try her for war crimes. War crimes being that she was the mother of the dude who enlisted our kids as child soldiers. Nevertheless, I can't remember whether that was him, but Shadow Clan did not do very well. And a lot of people did. I want to say that is him. So I'm going to put him in, I'm watching you. I feel for you, but I'm watching you, you know? Then we have One Whisker, or One Star. And a lot of people may not like what I have to say about this, but it must be said. One Whisker is going in godlike. One Whisker is one of my favorite characters, all right? His friendship with Firestar has to be one of my favorite Warrior Cats friendships ever. It really, I think, tied ThunderClan and WindClan together in just, not even just friendship, but just like some unspoken rule of loyalty. Like that was immediately what Tallstar said when Fireheart was kind of like, we need your help with this. Tiger Clan versus Lion Clan ish. We need your help. And Tallstar was like, you know what? Word. You got me. You got my men. You got us. And all right, so One Whisker, I love his relationship with Fireheart, and just, I love One Whisker. All right, he took care of Tallstar in his last moments. I just love One Whisker. Then we have Sharpclaw. And Sharpclaw can choke. All right, in my SkyClan's Destiny rant review, I constantly said that Sharpclaw was a douchebag who not only enabled discrimination against the Daylight Warriors, not only enabled bullying and harassment against the Daylight Warriors, but also, what's the word? Just started chaos amongst all the warriors against Leafstar. He would like constantly speak out against her, constantly contradict her, and make her look like an idiot. I just don't like Sharpclaw. And then his reasoning for it all was like, I did it so that I could see, like, push you to the bounds of your limits and like see if you would be a good leader. Screw you. All right, no. Spiderleg is another one that is going in forgettable. Although honestly, he could go into the I'm watching you tier as well, because even though I don't really remember a lot about Spiderleg, I vividly remember, for whatever reason, when he and Daisy get together and have their kits, him being like an absentee father or something like that, and Daisy complaining about it, and for whatever reason, that stuck with me when I was younger. So Spiderleg, even though you are forgettable, just know that one slip up and you are right in the I'm watching you category, okay? We only have two more guys, and both of these are going in the same category. Yes, Tallstar and Whitestorm are both going in godlike. These are my 5 favorite Warrior Cats characters so far. I love them with all of my heart. Tallstar, I always admired Tallstar. He was fair-minded. He was adamant about protecting his clan, and yet he never forgot what ThunderClan did for them. And I really appreciate that. Granted, we always know that RiverClan really isn't that well written. Honestly, they're mostly just there for our main characters, like plot development, which is a whole nother conversation in and of itself. But RiverClan often forgot the stuff that ThunderClan did for them. ShadowClan did it, obviously. But WindClan never forgot. And yeah, so Tallstar, I just love Tallstar. Tallstar was always so serene, I feel like. And then Whitestorm. Whitestorm, I feel like, was the uncle of the Warrior Cats series, okay? And Whitestorm was my mother's favorite character. She loved him. And ever since I read Blue Star's Prophecy, I just have such a soft spot for Whitestorm. It is not even funny. Okay, so Whitestorm is godlike. He, even when he was deputy, he He still helped out Firestar when Firestar was new to being leader. He helped out he was just a rock to lean on. He was Firestar's rock. And I will never forget when Whitestorm is killed in the battle in the last hour, I think, by Bone. All of the apprentices from ThunderClan just dogpile Bone and maul him. And I was like, yes, this is what we need. Thank you. So you guys, that is the tier ranking. I hope you guys liked this. This was fun for me. This was actually really fun. Again, let me know down below whether or not you guys agree with my tier rankings, and whether or not you guys think I should add any more characters / do a part 2. I would really like to do a part 2, but again, if you guys would like to see that, that'd be great. I might just do it anyway. You never know, because this is fun. But anyway, you guys, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you will stay tuned to more stuff from my channel, that you're staying safe, and that you guys have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.